Mongolia is a country where women often face challenges in finding a life partner. You will be mesmerized by the majestic wild landscapes and distinctive cultural elements found here. Stay until the end of the video to learn about the largest land empire. This land is not only home to stunning landscapes, but also picturesque, elegant, and intelligent women. When you arrive in Mongolia, you will have the chance to experience the thrill of horseback, riding across vast plains, mastering the art of archery, hunting with eagles, and setting up a traditional yurt. Mongolia is a country that cherishes and preserves the heroic history of the Mongol Empire, an empire that once echoed around the world. It is also the birthplace of Genghis Khan, the legendary Great Khan. One of the challenges in finding a partner, Mongolian women are making impressive strides in education, often outperforming men despite their higher social status. They face significant challenges in finding a partner. Many families prioritize quality education for their daughters by sending them to the best schools or universities in big cities. This focus on education equips women with essential skills for the future, as traditional livestock farming is typically reserved for men who manage the family. Women are more educated, face less unemployment, and live almost 10 years longer than men. On average, their higher social status makes it difficult to find a partner. Recent data from the Mongolian Bureau of Statistics shows a declining marriage rate. In addition, there is a significant gender imbalance, with more than 60,000 more women than men, leading to fewer options for women. In Mongolia, 40% of men over the age of 15 are married, compared to 32% of women. Women face dual pressures because they must secure a stable job and marry before the age of 29. Those who have not met this milestone often need to change their expectations. Since 1990, when Mongolia moved from a planned to a private economy, many men have lost their jobs. This combined economic shift has left men to deal with problems like alcoholism and unemployment, largely on their own. What do you think is the most significant challenge facing Mongolian women today? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and share this content. Another fact that is known about this country is that there was a time when not everything was called Chinggis something. Only after the fall of communism did the name become safe to use and was applied to almost everything, including the airport, which was renamed Chinggis Khan International Airport. And now there is Chinggis Beer, Chinggis Vodka, Chinggis City, Chinggis Hotel, etc. Even the famous Sukbatar Square was briefly changed to Chinggis Square for 3 years, but thanks to common sense it was reverted. Phew. All joking aside, the reason everything is called Chinggis is to prevent other countries from claiming the Chinggis name or brand as their own. And of course, Mongolians love all dairy products. Breakfast consists mainly of soft cheese, milk tea, and clotted cream. Snacks and refreshments throughout the day consist of various types of dried curd, fermented mare's milk, and natural yogurt. Mongolians are probably the largest consumers of dairy products in all of Asia, or perhaps the world per capita, and there is no word for lactose intolerant in the dictionary. So if you're vegan, it's probably best to stay away from the Mongolian countryside. There are only 3 things to be found in the countryside: meat, dairy products, and wheat flour. However, locally produced agriculture and vegetables are in high demand, as the country imports most of its fruit and vegetable consumption from abroad. On the other hand, Mongolia has a wide variety of animals that predominate in the country, such as the Taki, Przewalski's horse, the last surviving wild horses, the 2-humped Bactrian camel, and its cousin, the wild Bactrian camel, the giant river fish called taimen, Siberian salmon, and the extremely rare and endangered gobi bear, Mazalai. However, according to the annual census of 2020, Mongolia had 67.1 million head of cattle, compared to only 3.2 million people, and it is the greatest asset Mongolia has, apart from mining. But something that not many people know is that there are 2 Mongolias known as Outer Mongolia, independent, and Inner Mongolia, autonomous region in China. Outer Mongolia is commonly referred to as Mongolia because it is an independent country. However, the official name is Mongol Uls, which translates to the state of Mongolia. The classification comes from the time during the Qing Empire. Inner Mongolia was directly controlled by the king and was the closest to their headquarters in Beijing. However, Outer Mongolia was further away on the other side of the Gobi Desert and had a greater degree of self-governance. Hence it was referred to as the Outer One. Hence it was called Outer Mongolia. However, Mongols from both sides refer to each other as Ar Mongol and Uver Mongol, from the context of standing on the north, Ar, or south, Uver, side of a place, for example, Gur, yurt, or mountain. Each geographical area of Mongolia offers a unique way of life, determined by the terrain, climate, and animals. In western Mongolia, roam the famous Kazakh hunters with eagles. In northern Mongolia, the Satan herd their reindeer. In the vast steppe of central and eastern Mongolia, the horse is king. And in the Great Gobi of southern Mongolia, camels are the preferred animal of nomads. And having been a great empire, it is a paradise for archaeologists. Mongolia has many hidden treasures scattered across its vast territory, and the modern Indiana Jones movie was inspired by Roy Chapman, who ventured to Mongolia in search of treasure and found the first fossilized dinosaur eggs. As well as the large extinct lizards, there are many petroglyphs, deer-shaped stones, cave paintings, burial mounds, ruins, and the chance to discover the tomb of Genghis Khan. Culinary-wise, you'll be amazed, as a species that we don't often see on a dinner plate will be here. Although marmots are often associated with outbreaks of bubonic plague, this hasn't stopped Mongolians from enjoying grilled marmot cuisine for centuries. Only recently, in the last 20 years, the government began banning marmot hunting due to the increased risk of plague outbreaks with modern transportation and to maintain the marmot population, as they are natural prey for wolves. It is also a very large animal. The elk is the largest animal in Mongolia, measuring up to 300 centimeters in length, 230 centimeters in height, and weighing up to 500 kilograms. Sadly, it is a critically endangered animal and can only be found in the northern province of Kufskul. One very peculiar thing about the Mongolians is that they do not have a surname. Mongolians only have one name throughout their life and do not have a surname, but use patronymics instead. For example, if Dorj had a father named Bayar, he would be called Bayar in Dorj. And if Dorj had a daughter named Naran, she would be called Dorj in Naran. Fortunately, to avoid confusion with the foreign naming convention passport model, patronymics are now used as temporary surnames. And for those who like a few vices, smokeless tobacco is still very popular in Mongolia and has become part of greeting customs since it was introduced to Mongolia over 200 years ago via the Qing Empire. The tobacco box or bottle that holds the tobacco is called a kurog and is on the list of must-have accessories for every Mongolian man. It is customary to greet with a snuff bottle and inhale the smokeless tobacco through the nose. The ritual can be performed anywhere and anytime and is usually performed by men when they greet each other and exchange snuff bottles. At a gathering of family or friends, the snuff bottle is passed from hand to hand, and everyone, including children, inhale it. As you can see, there are two very different contrasts in this country. That is why, through their participation in women's empowerment movements, education, and defending their rights, Mongolian women are challenging traditional gender norms and opening up new opportunities for themselves and future generations. Their ability to endure and overcome adversity demonstrates their strength and courage, making them role models for all women fighting for equality and justice around the world. Remember that if you want to see more videos like this, you can subscribe to our channel. There you can find videos like 25 facts about Russia. Can you tell us at least 10? Well, go watch the video to learn many more, and we'll wait for you on the next adventure.